Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Welcome to our new day. Welcome to our new lesson number 10. I hope everyone is excited. We have tried out the different things that we've been taught. Remember, anything that you do not practice is as good as dead. Anything that you do not practice is as good as dead. So I hope you have practiced what you were doing, and the car race that I asked you to do. I just wish I could see all the races and see who wins in that car race. I hope you enjoyed doing that. Today we're going to move on and do more projects on Scratch. But as we start, our topic today is Scratch Junior to match items. So we'll be matching items today. And can I ask that everyone listens properly? I need attention for everyone. There are some chats that we are sending in the group that are offensive, that don't have the proper language. Please desist from writing any chats that are wrong in the group. Remember, this is recorded. This will be on YouTube, and this is a permanent digital footprint. Let's make sure that the language that we put there is the proper language. If anyone posts anything that is offensive, we'll make sure that we're going to remove that person from our lesson so that we will continue with those that are following the right procedure. Let's make sure that chats that we share are not offensive. Thank you very much. Please observe that. That does not mean that you do not have to post anything on the chats. If you have a question, please make sure that you send something on the chats, and we carry on checking on the chats and correcting. Let's make it effective chats that are going to help us. Put a message on the chat. Every now and then I'll be checking and correcting here and there. Remember, this is learning. We all learn. We all learn from this scenario. So please put a chat. At the end, I'll always open up the lessons and we are able to ask questions, and we are able to communicate if ever there is anything that is wrong. Okay. Remember, again, we have done 10 lessons. The headings for each lessons are available at the beginning of each lesson. If you want to go and look at our lessons, please go on to our YouTube channel. You will find all the topics that we have done in the YouTube channel. Okay. Remember, we have got special guests. Remember our special guest today at 3 p.m. At 3 p.m. today, we have a special guest. Make sure that you join in. Ask your parents to also join in and listen, and be ready. Be ready to ask questions. Remember, these are people that have been in the industry, that have been working with computers for quite long. If ever you have a question, let's make sure that we ask them. We ask how they got to where they are. So please make sure that you connect. I will be there. I will also be observing. I'll also be listening, and I'll be looking forward to you guys also asking questions. And then remember, on Saturday also, Saturday at 10, we also have a special guest, Saturday at 10. Make sure that you connect. Give the link to also your parents. They are free to connect. They are free to ask questions, because it will make it easy for them to understand what we are doing. We are doing coding, and these people are also going to be talking to us about the new world of coding that we live in. Please make sure you're there. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you there today at 3 p.m. And remember, please, on Saturday at 10 a.m. Okay, the link you'll find on the newsletter under Africa Teen Geeks. Make sure that you join the meeting, and it will be on Zoom like what we're doing now. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to seeing you this afternoon. Now let's get back to our programs that we've been doing. Yesterday we did a racing program, and I asked people to make sure that they go and do a car race program. I hope you did so. If we were on Miss Zora, I would be saying, please share those car race games so that I can see them and see who was actually our best. But anyway, we're getting closer to Miss Zora. We'll be moving over to Miss Zora next week. We'll be working on Miss Zora so that you get to know and see how Miss Zora is. So make sure that all of us are registered on Miss Zora so that we can start working on Miss Zora the whole of next week. Okay, our last program was the race yesterday, and I hope everyone enjoyed that one. I'm going to start on a new program today. I'm going to start on a new program. I'm going to go on to Scratch. There is my Scratch Junior screen. I hope everyone can see the Scratch Junior screen. And I'm going to go on and start on a new project. I'm going to start on a new project. Here is our new project. I'm ready to work on the new project. I said today we're looking at a program that will allow us to take different objects home. If it is a person, we take the person home. If it is a fish, we take it to the water. So it is sort of a matching program. The teachers can use this to try and test you whether you can match where the animal lives or where the animal spends most of its time. So I've got a screen here that I have, and I'm going to start designing. I hope you're also ready and you're listening. Some of you are doing it on a different device as we go through. Please get ready. Okay, this is our Scratch screen. This is our Scratch screen. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to choose a background. After coming here, I'm going to pick any background that is sort of clear. I'll pick any background that is sort of clear. I have this one. I would like to use this one that is called the farm. I would like to use that background, which is called the farm. But try and pick a background that is sort of clear so that when we put our objects, we can easily put them. I've put up a farm here. Here is the farm, and I'm going to put my characters this side, and I'm going to put words on the other side, and make sure that I match the character with the word where it's supposed to live. Okay. Here is the character that I have here. I don't want this character here, so I'm going to click and hold on it, and then the X comes up, and I can remove that one. Okay. Now I remain with my background. I'm going to add different characters here, and then words on the other side. Let me start off with the words. Probably this is also the right time for me to actually add the grid lines. I'm going to add grid lines so that I can easily match what I want. So remember, this is presentation mode over here. And then please go on and choose the one that has grid lines. They are my grid lines. They are my grid lines. They are appearing. My grid lines are appearing. Remember how we did it? We just went to on new, and then we added a background. I chose a background, this background, and then after choosing the background, I've just added the grid lines. Please remember, you're free to add charts. You're free to add charts. If ever you have a question, if I check on the charts, I might be able to tackle your question as we go. Otherwise, we'll open the class for questions and discussions at the end. Okay. After adding the grid lines, I'm going to add text. I need to add text. I need to add words like farm. I need to add words like water. I need to add words like a house. I need to add all those words. So here is my grid lines. Remember how to remove and add the grid lines. And I explained what the grid lines are. Remember what we're calling steps. We said these are different boxes. When you move up, when you jump up, you're moving up the squares, okay? And when you're moving across on these squares. So I'm going to add the first word here. I'm going to type the word farm. Okay, I need the size of these words slightly smaller, so I'm going to choose this second one. And then that is fine. I need it in black. If you need to change the color, remember you come here and then you change the color. Okay, there is my word that says farm, and I'm going to drag it and put it on this side. Look at where I've put it there. There will be an animal here that is supposed to live in the farm, and we're going to try and match that. Okay, I'm going to add another word because there are so many words that I need to add. Farm, and then I said I also want to add water. Where do I add text? Where do I get text from? Where do I get text from? Remember, where I'm still looking. We find text here on ABC. So I'm going to click again ABC. And then I'm trying to add what? I'm trying to add water. Okay. And then I'm also picking the text, which is slightly smaller, not the bigger one. I'm going to pick the second one there. And then that is fine for me. And then water is written, and then I drag it and I put it somewhere there. Following, we added farm through text. We have added water now through the text. And then I'm going to add another word which says house. We know people live in houses. So I'm going to add in the next word, which is a house. I'm going to click over there on the text and type house. And the size of my text, the second one, and that is fine. Okay, and then you click and drag it to a good position. I've chosen farm, water, house. Okay, and then I'm also going to add another word. I'm going to add the word tree. I'm also going to add the word tree. Okay, how do we add the words? How do you add the words? Once again, remember ABC. Click over there and then I type tree. And then choose the size, choose the proper size. I'm picking the second largest, and then make sure I've added the tree, and then drag it to a proper position. There, I have 4 of them. I could choose to add 6, 8, and more than that. But I've tried to align them. Look at my alignment is better now because I'm using what? I'm using the grids. So the alignment becomes easy for me. Okay? It becomes easy for me because I've added the grid lines. But remember, when you run, these grid lines don't appear. These grid lines don't appear. They are only meant for designers to be able to make sure that things are aligned properly. Okay. Remember, where you add the text, you go to ABC, add those 3 words. Obviously, now we're going to add objects this side. We're going to add objects or characters. We'll need a character that lives in the farm. We'll need a character that lives in water. We'll need a character that lives in a house. We'll need a character that lives in a tree. And then we'll try and make sure that we match them. And they shouldn't actually follow this order, because if they're following this order, it becomes easy for someone to pick. It's sort of a test. So you have to mix up your words. They shouldn't be aligned the same way as this side. So that maybe the last character this side is the one that lives on the farm, or maybe the first character this side is the one that normally lives on a tree. So that's what we're doing, so that we do the matching. I hope you are finishing up adding those words. I only added 4. If you want to add more than 4, it's well up to you. You can add as many as you want, provided you know that your characters will also be as many, so that you match each of the words with a character. As we still go on, please remember that I will be checking on the charts as we go. Sorry, my screen just went off. I'm going to share it again. Okay. Please make sure you add those 4 words. Add those 4 words and be ready to add the characters. Add those 4 words. Remember how you add the words. You come to ABC here. After coming to ABC, you type in the word. After typing in the word, you choose its size, and then thereafter click anywhere on the project, and it will appear. Okay, we're ready now to go on and add the characters. I'm going to add the characters. Okay, I'll start off by adding somewhere here a bird that is will match with the tree. So I'm adding characters this side. So I'm going to come and click on the plus sign this side. I'm looking for a bird. So I'm going to scroll. I can see a dove there. It is a bird, yes. Okay, and then I'm going to click on it, pick on a bird, and then I've put it in there. It is not at the right position. I want it right at the top on the other side. So what do? I'm going to click and drag it so that it is at the right position. So click on the bird and then drag it to the right position. But it is also slightly bigger. I need to reduce it. I need to reduce the size of my character. And remember, how do you reduce the size of your character? The moment the bird character is active, we have the coding side here. And on the coding side, you know that we can go on and add the size. And we find this under our under our looks here, and then I want to reduce it, so I'm going to drag it down, drag this one down, that stands for shrink, and when I click on it, my bed actually is reduced, and then I think that size is the right one. I'm fine with the size of my bed now. Okay, I'm ready now to add another character. We will do the coding now later on, so that when this is being run, someone will be able to match match the bed with the tree, because the bed stays on a tree. Okay, so I'm going to add another character here. So I'll click on the plus sign. I'm going to click on the plus sign so that I add another character. Plus sign, and on the plus sign, I want to pick a person. I want to pick a person. I know we have chosen others. We had the word house there. Someone lives in a house. I'll pick any character here among the people. I've already picked up a teen here. I've already picked up a teenager then. And then I'm going to click on apply. There is a teenager there. So I'm going to drag that character to the position that I want. I want to drag that character to the position that I want. And then I want to resize this character. Remember how you resize. You come and drag on the shrink. And then I'm going to click on it. It starts resizing. Click again, resizing, maybe one more time. Okay, there we go. I've added a new character there, and I position it. I want to position it on column number 2. Okay, there we go. Also my bed on column number 2. Okay. This alignment is made easier through the use of the grid lines. We are using grid lines. I'm going to add another character. I know that this one lives in the house, so I'm going to add maybe, for the farm, I want to add maybe a pig over there. I'm going to add a pig over there. So I'm going to go on again and click on the plus sign, and then look for something that lives in the farm. Here is a pig, and then I pick on the pig and then apply it. There it is. And then, as we've been doing on all the others, make sure that you reduce its size. I'm going to reduce its size. There is the pig, and then I can drag it probably just above the person. Okay. And then lastly, I want to add an animal that lives already in the water. Probably maybe let's drag the pig above. Let's drag it to be so that it's the second one. And then I'm going to add an animal that lives in the water on the other side for the water. Okay, I'm avoiding a movement that will just be horizontal like that. So I'm going to pick another character here that lives in the water. So I'm going to go onto the plus sign again, scroll down, keep going. I need something that lives in the water. It could be a frog, it could be a fish, it could be a whale, it could be, let me pick a duck. Let me pick a duck and then add it right there, and then position it also to the right place, and then reduce its size just a little bit. Just reduce its size a little, and then I'll click on that. I think that to me now looks fine. Okay, we have only added our characters and our words We haven't done matching. Now, I need you to use your skills that you have learned from this lesson. I need you to be working right in front of me. After you have added your characters like this, um, put some movement on the bed so that it can be meshed with the what? With the tree. So when someone clicks on the bed, listen to this. When someone clicks on the bed, it should actually move certain steps until it gets to the tree. I need you to figure out those steps. When someone clicks on the bed, and then it actually should move certain steps for it to be positioned on the tree. And I need it positioned on this particular square. The square that is 5 with 18, 5 with 18. Look at this, where there is an E there. I need, that is the position that I want my bed to be. So please, get a head start, be doing it. Move that bed, add on click, put the number of steps so that the bed can actually move and get to the tree. When someone clicks on the bed, it should actually go onto the tree. And when someone clicks on the pig, it should go to the farm. And then when someone clicks on the duck, it should go onto the water. And then when someone clicks on a teenager, it should go to the house. I hope you have started working on this. I'm just doing this right behind you. I'm going to start off with the bird, followed by the pig, and then the duck, and then finally the tin. But I hope you have already started doing this and you're doing very well. Okay, currently the active character is the duck. I don't want resizing when I run, so I should make sure that I remove what? Remove the resize. Okay, check on the pig if ever there is the resize also, it's still there, I didn't remove it, throw it away. And then on the tin, okay, there is also the resize, throw it away. And the bed also, they still resize and then throw it away. When is the action taken? Is the action taken when we run? No, the action is taken when you click on the bed. When you click on the bed, that's when something happens. So we go on click and we find on click here. Look at this one. If we come here, we can pick on click and drag it down. When someone clicks on the bed, when someone presses on the bed, what should the bed do? The bed is right here. Look at the box for the bed. It's actually on 14.2. 14, horizontal 14 and vertical 2. I hope you're following that. 14.2, you can see there's a box that is sort of highlighted there, showing us that this is the current position. So what do I need to do for the bed to reach the tree? If I can check manually here, I would need my bed flying horizontally, maybe up to this box, and then now go down up to this box, and then finally move again 2 more steps up to the E. I need it right at the center there. Even on the house, I need it right at the center there, the character right at the center, not on W, not on F. So in other words, I'm not using the column 17. I need it on the column 18 there. So please try and make sure that you pick column 18. I'm going to start coding on the bed. We said on click, after clicking, what should happen? It should move. So I go on to the motion group. How many steps is it moving? I'm going to go on to the motion group, and then I will pick on the motion group. I need it moving to the right-hand side. Is it only moving once? Will it move once? If it moves once, it will only stop here. But how many times do I want it moving? Then I can manually count, because I'm using my grid lines, I can manually count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I need it moving horizontally 14 times. So I'm going to change that 1 from a 1 to a 14. Okay. You can test this as you run. You can test this as you run to see whether it's doing what it's doing. Let's see. Check. There it moves 14. What else do I want it to do? It has not reached the tree. Then I need it moving down. Remember, I can take it back. I can drag the bed back to where it was. And then I need it moving down, not moving up, but I need it moving down. So I can pick this one and put it there. How many times does it move? It was originally here after I had moved it horizontally. So it's moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I need it moving 9 down. So I need to change that 1 to a 9. And then after it gets to a 9, it will be stopping here, but I need it on the, remember I said I need it on column 18. So I need it moving 2 times also horizontally. So I'm going to drag that. And we said how many times? 2 times. So I'm going to change that to 2. I can try to run this program and see what it does. I can try to run this program and see how it does. Okay. Before I run the program, someone is asking, how do you get the words? Remember, this is how you get the words. The words are found here under ABC. ABC, if you click on ABC, you get this, and then you can type any word, like we had typed things like water. If it is the bush, it will be the bush. And then I went on to say, resize the what? Resize your words, and we chose the second one. And then we had to say apply. Okay. So I'm going to remove this one that I had already added here. Remember how you remove, you click and hold, and then it will come. So that's how you add the words. Remember, you go to A, B, C there, and you can get your words. Okay, I'm going to go on to, let me check whether the bed gets to where I want it to be. Let me quickly run this. I'll click on run. There is the bed flying, and then it goes down, and then it gets to the tree. And that's its home. The bed has moved and it has got to its home. So this helps you master the movement, and the movement is exact because you are using the blocks. You are using the grid lines, you are using the blocks. So we need to do the same for the pig. We need to do the same for the pig. But just for interest's sake, I want to add the reset so that when I click, it will come here and then go back. If you want to do that, then you have to bring in here is go home. If you click on go home and I put it here, it will fly, get there, come down, get there, and then reset. It goes back to where it started from. I'm just demonstrating this, but I'm going to remove it again. Check when I run it, click. Sorry, I didn't take it to the beginning. I didn't take it to where it was originally supposed to be. But look at what my reset has done. It has taken me to where it had originally started from. Run it again, check, there we go. Get the reset, it goes back to where it was. But I need the bed staying there because you are matching. We need to see which animals have been matched. So I'm going to take off this one, the reset, and then I'm going to throw it away. I'm going to leave it like that so that we, if it is an exercise of matching, then you know that you would be, you would have matched one, you haven't matched the second, you haven't matched the third and the fourth. So I hope you're working in front of me to actually code on the pig so that it can get to where it's supposed to be. Here is the pig. I'm going to code on it. Look at its box. Look at its box. I know yours might be on top or somewhere else. Do not worry. The positions might differ, but you need to work on your numbers to see how you can take the pig onto the farm. You need to work on your numbers to see how you can take the pig to the farm. So from the position of my pig here, I'm going to move the same steps as the bed. How many steps did the bed move? It had 14 steps. So the pig also needs 14 steps. When I click on the pig, so I'm going to look for on click, here it is. When I click on the pig, what should happen? It should move, movement block. And then on movement block, what am I picking? I'm picking move 14 steps. So I'm not moving once, I'm moving 14 times. So I'll go on and put 14, and then after adding 14, I need it will be at this position, and then I need it going up. I'll count 1, 2, 3. So it has to move up 3 times. So I have to add this one that is moving up. It's not moving down, it's moving up, and then it's moving up 3 times. And then after it has moved 3 times, then I need it moving to column 18, which will be 1, 2. It's going to move 2 times. So I'm also going to add move 2 times. So in which direction? In this direction, and I'm going to change so that it moves 2 times. Okay, there we go. I'm ready to test the pig also. I'm going to click on, when I click there, it's moving, it gets right there, it moves and then gets to the farm. Our pig has gone back to where it lives. It lives in the farm. So that's proper. That was the coding for the pig. Okay, and I'm going to do the same coding now for the duck. The duck has to go to the water. I'm going to, you can actually even copy the same code as the pig, because I think it's moving the same steps this way and then up that way and then across. But I'll still code the same way. Go on to the duck, and then when I click on the duck, it should move. Then I go on to movement and then put up movement. How many times? I assume 14. I'm just testing 14, and then up how many times it has to move up. 1, 2, 3 times up. So I'm going to pick on movement up. And how many times are we moving up? 3 times. And then we move across 2 times. I'm going to move across 2 times. So pick that, put it right there, and then choose 2. Okay, I think that should be fine. And I'm ready to also test whether the duck will go to the water. So I'm going to click on it. There it's moving, moves up and then across to the water. Okay, that is perfect. That is perfect. And then take the duck back to where it was. Take the duck back to where it was. Hopefully it was here. Okay, and then now I'm going to code on the team. What happens to the tin? He has to go, he stays in a house. So I'm going to code here. When we click on the tin, what should happen? It should move across. How many times? We've been using 14. I'll still put 14. And then when it gets here, move maybe 3 times up. So I'll pick this one and then push to 3, and then the last movement is across 2 times. 2 times. Okay. Try and test the tin. Try and test whether it's running. Click over there. There we go. Okay. There we have our program now. I'm going to take the teenager back to the place. Was it this one? Okay, I'm ready now to run my whole program. This could be given as a way of just testing. We want to see where each particular animal lives, okay? If you can actually click on the grid lines and they will disappear, but even if you do not remove them, when you click on run, they will actually disappear. But maybe before that, let me put it on presentation mode. Here is presentation mode. See, on presentation mode already, my grid lines are no longer there. My grid lines are no longer there. And now if I run this program and click on the bed, it should be able to fly to the tree and then fly to the pig goes to the farm and so on. So I can click on run and then okay, small mistake there. Let's redo it again. Let's check the code again. Go back to reset. Oh, there is a mistake there. Look at that mistake. I put run there instead of putting on click, not run. I need on click. So I'm going to separate this from that and then throw away this. I need it on click, not on run. I need it on click. When someone clicks on the tin, the same thing, we saw the same thing on the duck. So I'm going to go on to the duck, check, I put the wrong one there. It's on run instead of putting what? On click. So throw away that one, put what? On click. Okay, there we go. I'm going to drag these ones back to where they should be. And then make sure that I'm ready to run. I'm ready to run now. So I'm going to go on to presentation mode. And then when I click on run, it's waiting for me to click on any of the characters so that they are taken home. I need the duck going home. So I click on the duck there. The duck goes to the water. And then if I click on the pig there, the pig goes to the farm. And then click on the teenager goes to the house. And then finally I click on the bed and the bed goes to the tree. So it's a matter of matching the words with the characters and seeing where they belong. You can add more characters here. You can add more animation here so that you can give it to people. And if people choose the wrong home, it is easy now to click on a particular object and see where it belongs. Okay, I will remove presentation mode, get back to this one. If you want, you can remove the grid lines, it's still okay. You can add your reset, you can add your repeats if you want to add the repeats, but the essence there was making sure that using grid lines, your characters move to specific directions, specific positions and directions. And that has achieved what we wanted. The pig is at the farm, the duck on the water, the teenager at the house, and the bed on the tree. Okay, add more characters. Ask someone to try and pick the places, and then you come on and show the animation when you click on the bed and it goes to where it's supposed to be and where the pig is supposed to be, and so on and so on. Okay, this is a simple program that we have done with a simple program that gives us direction and works on grid lines. And I hope you enjoyed it. And those who had questions, I hope I'm ready now to answer questions. I'm first of all going to check on the chats. And it seems there are no charts, and I'm ready now to work on different questions. Okay. I'm going to open it up now for questions. Okay, from the questions here, I see Nelia, you had a question. Do you want to say something? Go on and speak. Nelia?
Sir?
Yes.
Can I ask you something?
Yes.
When I click on it, it doesn't want to do.
When you click on the what? When you click on the bed, when you click on the what?
The bed.
The bed, it doesn't want to move.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to show you the coding that is supposed to be attached to the bed, Nelia, so that you try and code again. Okay. I'm going to share my screen again. Here is the okay. Here is the bed. Here is the bed. Remember how we added the bed? We were using the plus sign here. We're using the plus sign. Then after clicking on the bed, you come now down to the coding. We said we're going to use this group, and we're going to pick on the first one, which is when you click on it. That is on click. That is on click or on pressing. And then now you add on your movement. It has to move 14 steps onto your right, and then 9 steps down and another 2 steps to your right. So add this one. After adding this one, go on to your movement and add your different movements, 14 to the right, 9 down, and 2 steps to the right. That should work for you.
Okay.
Okay, I'll pick Tendo. Do you want to say something?
Teacher, I had some internet problems, so
Okay.
so I had some internet problems, so I couldn't hear you. There was some internet problems. My mom tried and fixed it, but it didn't work.
Okay, no problem, Tendo. You can still remember all this. It will be available on YouTube. You can still go back and go through. It's recorded. We're putting it on YouTube. You can go through and go and see what we did. But basically today we were doing the matching of the different objects. We did put 4 animals, and not animals, 4 objects aside, and we did add words here. We did add words. That's where we wrote the word farm, and then click it again. We wrote the word water. We wrote the word house. We wrote the word tree using this, right? And then we positioned them using grid lines. We're using our grid lines. Then thereafter, we had to start coding on the bed. Here is the code for the bed, and then the code for the tin, and then the code for the pig, and then the code for the duck. So that when you click on the bed, which will be here, it will fly or move to the tree, to the word tree, and then the same for all the others. So that's what we did today. You can follow up through the lesson from YouTube. I don't think it will give you any problems. Okay, any more questions? Okay, Nelia, do you still have a question? Nelia, do you still have a question? Otherwise, I'm closing the lesson. There's a chat that's asking what are the envelopes and messages. We will do attend to the envelopes and messages. I think they are found under, let me quickly share the screen again. This one, we talked about it, is movement. This one, as you can see that when you hold on it, it says start on orange message. I will show you, that will be the last thing that I will show you. Start on the orange message and then also send orange start message. That will be the last thing that I show you when we, before we move on to Miss Zora. Okay. Okay. No, there being no questions, thank you very much, guys, for being here, part of this lesson, for being part of this lesson. Make sure today, please, at 3 p.m. Let's meet at 3 p.m. We're joining to have our special guest join at 3 p.m. And tomorrow, remember, tomorrow is the weekend. Tomorrow at 10, let's join in and let's make sure set out a question to ask our guests, please. Set out a question and ask them something about coding, how they have moved through, and allow your parents also to join in and be part of the meeting. They are most welcome to be in that meeting. Otherwise, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I'll see you later on today at 3. Thank you.